Hey everybody, we saw Ready Player One with actors.
A hidden keep, a leap not taken. Retrace your steps, escape your past, and the key will be yours at last. What part of your past are you trying to escape, Halliday?
We saw Ready Player One with Olivia Cook, Ty Sheridan, Ben Mendelsohn, Simon Pegg, T.J. Miller, and Mark Rylance. And
others.
There's more people in there.
Yes.
There's a lot of others.
Directed by the King, Steven
Elvis?
Spielberg.
Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
Jewish for Spielberg.
Yes, it is. Ready Player One is based on a book, which I believe, for once in KFR history, we have both read. Oh, you haven't read it, have you? You have it, but you haven't read it?
I have it, but I didn't read it.
I read it.
My goal,
to his defense, it was an audiobook, so I'm good.
My goal was to read it before the movie came out, and then it came out way sooner than I was ready for.
It's a long book,
I was like,
too. Or at least a long audiobook.
Yeah.
But it's based on the book written by Ernest Cline, which is about a boy. In the movie, he's from Ohio. In the book, he's from Oklahoma City. And he gets this opportunity to win the estate of the person who created the world's largest phenomenon, which is the Oasis, which is a virtual reality that everyone partakes in. You can work in there and make actual money. You can go to school there. You can bone, probably. Actually, definitely.
Actually,
I know.
you can definitely bone.
Yeah, you can definitely bone. So essentially the entire virtual world is fighting to find this Easter egg in order to win the estate of
Oasis.
James
Halligan.
Hallidan. James Hallidan. I read the book. I haven't heard the book.
Yeah. Here's the good thing about me not reading the book is because I didn't have a biased opinion on how I should feel about the movie being made because I didn't get to read the book and I had a clean slate.
The book does not know the meaning of the word brevity. Especially,
it makes two of us. You and me, book.
The book is really long and has a lot of details that kind of just drag on. It goes out of its way to make references.
Concise and exact use of words and writing of speech.
It does not know the meaning of the word brevity. It goes into too much detail and makes references to things in the 80s and 90s that don't really add to the story. It's just like, oh, look at this thing. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. It gets annoying after a while, but then the one thing it does well is like right when you're getting too tired of it going on, it goes into something that's interesting. But then it does it again. This story is perfect as a movie. It's the movie's completely different from the book, but because it's only about 2 hours long, it doesn't drag on like the book does, and it makes all those references, but they're in the background. Whereas it's pointed out, every single character is pointed out in the book, and it just drives you crazy after a while. So this is one of those examples of a movie based on a book where the movie is in a way better. Not to say the book's bad, but just because it's not 16 hours of Will Wheaton reading.
Understandable. Yes, I can say that even though I didn't read the book, it translated very well into being made into a movie. Absolutely huge fanboy service for anybody who really plays video games.
Or watches movies.
Or watches movies.
Or has lived.
Has a taste in music.
Has lived in the last 40 years. A really big fan of great acting by Mark Rylance. And, not surprising to me, but might be surprising to some others, Simon Pegg. Mostly known for his comedic chops. He's not really...
Really scary listening to him have an American accent.
But going back to Mark Rylance, he is just... This could be seen as a throwaway movie, you know, a cash grab. But he really sold it. His character is James Hallidan. You know, he's supposed to be like, you know, on the spectrum of autism, and he did that extremely well. Where, you know, something seemed, I don't want to say off
about him.
I don't want to say off just because it kind of has negative connotations. But you know what I'm saying? Where different, yes, different, and not in a bad way. But he killed it in my opinion.
I'm actually looking like forward to going down the road and seeing this movie, just to like pause in certain scenes and seeing things in the background that I didn't see during this movie.
Yeah.
And just seeing all the little other nuances and little things that this movie has to offer. That, you know, it's so fast paced that you can't just go, was that what I think it was?
Mm-hmm.
Too bad, it's already gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that, and the fact has made the fact that I think this personally is one of Steven Spielberg's most fun movies he's made in a long time ever.
Now, I pointed this out to you the first time we said it.
This is why I added some
Fun
quotes.
is different from good, because whoever saw The Post or other movies of his, Bridge of Spies was pretty good. They're phenomenal movies, but they're not fun per se. They're great, but they're not fun. This was just a fun movie. Like, it's probably not going to win any awards except for technical awards, probably. It's a fun ride. It really is. They changed essentially every single level of the 3 keys. Not one of them was the same.
Yeah.
But it made it more fun, because there are things, the levels in the book are things that work well as a book, but would have been boring to watch as a movie.
I was definitely looking forward to this movie and really just hoping that it would be as good as it actually was, because, you know, it's fun to see movies like Spielberg makes, like The Post or The Bridge of Spies, but I really needed this kick from Spielberg to be like, hey, I'm still fun. Don't worry. I got what I wanted. That's all I needed to say. That's all. I got what I wanted.
You dirty whore.
I got what I needed out of the relationship between me and Spielberg.
Oh, Spielberg.
Jewish for Spiel. See it! Rent it! Stream it! Skip it! Anyway, you can go first.
I'm gonna say see it, just because it is a movie that it's just a really fun experience ride movie. That was a weird sentence.
Experience ride.
It's really funny. It doesn't take itself too seriously. If you're a fan of The Shining, there is a great sequence that has to do with The Shining. That's all I'm gonna say. And the changes that it made from the book actually, I don't want to say improved it, but made it good in a different way. So yeah, see it.
I'm gonna go a little bit different. I'm gonna say IMAX see it, because all of the crazy sounds and everything, all the beautiful visuals that were in the movie, I think it was definitely worth seeing in IMAX. So yeah, for me, it's definitely an IMAX see it. If you have an IMAX theater anywhere around you, I know some people obviously don't, but hey,
you sad saps.
Drive, take a road trip, go see.
And see Drive too.
See Drive, yeah.
Don't expect Fast and the Furious, but it's a great movie.
Save the Oasis.
Save the world.
Players, are you ready?
Come with me, and you'll see.
Bum 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 bum.
Come on, jump! You
That's such a good Rush song.
son of a bitch.